I'm also going to look at percent increase and decrease. These are pretty common, and this takes some pretty hard thinking. I think we should do very well with it. You guys are good thinkers. But I want to talk about percent increase and decrease. And increase and decrease are just the same thing going in different directions. So here we go. We have a guy named Jason, and Jason's salary is $1,500 a month. And that's in May. But in June, he's going to get an 8% increase. All right, so this is May. And this is June. And so my question is, what is his salary in June? Jason's salary in June is dollars. Okay, so why don't you pause the video, see what you can come up with for his salary after the increase. Okay, I hope you've taken some time to do that. There's a couple ways we can do it. Probably the way most of you did it is you said 8%, that's 8 hundredths times 1,500, and that'll tell the increase. We recognize that the hundreds cancel out, and 8 times 15 is 120. And so he's going to make $120 more in June than he did in May. So 120 is not our answer. It's an increase, so it goes up. So we would add 1,500 and 120, and we would get that his salary is $1,620. There actually is another way. Once again, this is kind of the calculator way, the way you do it. And that's this. You can actually say that he's already making his full salary, which is 100%, and it's going up 8%. And so I'm actually getting into, you can have percentages greater than 100. He's going to make 108% or 108 hundredths of what he made before. And if this confuses you, you don't have to do it. You can always find 8% and then just add it. But I'm going to get 108 times 15, which is also 1,620. I might even enter that in my calculator. 108 over 100, I might put as 1 800ths times 1,500. But either way, I should get 1,620 for my answer. So that's a percent increase, okay? Now let's take a look at percent decrease. Percent decrease is just like percent increase, only instead of adding, we're going to subtract. And so here we go. We've got the chess club at school, and there are 400 members in the chess club. And there is a decrease of 5% this year from last year. Okay, so there were 400 members last year. And that number is going to decrease 5%. Okay, and so what I need to do for our statement, we'll say there are members this year. Okay, why don't you pause the video and see what you think the answer is going to be, and then we'll compare answers and find out. Okay, so probably most of what we did is we said 5% is the decrease. How much is that in dollars? Well, 5% of I'm not in dollars, in numbers of people. And so we can actually cancel out those hundreds, and we get 5 times 4 is 20. So they lost 20 members. So if they had 400 members and they lost 20 members, then there are 380 members this year. Another way you could even do it is you could, instead of having to subtract, you could say, well, if they lost 5% of their members, then they kept 95% of their members, right? Because 100% is all their members. And so you could have also done 95% times 400. And 95 times 4 is also 380. In fact, you might even put 0.95 times 400 in the calculator, and you would get 380. There are 380 members this year in the chess club.